Order, ladies and gentlemen, we'll start off with a pledge. I
pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you very much. This time I'd entertain a motion to approve the consent agenda.
Make a motion to approve consent agenda. I haven't heard of any corrections or additions. Minutes from August 26th, Board of Supervisors meeting. Minutes from August 26th on the flood meeting that we had, and approval of accounts payable as presented.
Second the motion.
We've got a motion and a second to approve the consent agenda. Is there any discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor?
Aye.
Anybody opposed? Motion carries. Anybody say we have no liquor licenses? Thank you, thank you.
Oh, thank you.
Public comment. Make any public comment? Mark, you got anything to say?
I'd like to request the right to reserve parking on the north side of Main Street in Mineola from the east side of the community center west to the highway on October 4th from the hours of 7 a.m. to 3 p.m.
And what would this be for, Mark?
This is for a craft show. It will be held at the community center that day, and we heard of a possible conflict of a car show in town also.
Okay. Since this is just in the public comment, Mark, we will probably have you talk with the sheriff and the engineer sometime soon and see if we can work something out. We'll be sit down with your neighbor. We'll work something out though. Anybody else have any public comment? Okay. Board of Supervisor meeting updates. Last week, I don't think I had anything, so it was a short week. Mr. Sayers?
Last week, after our Board of Supervisors meeting, I went to a meeting with the Department of Homeland Security and SWIPCO about the 2019 floods. Richard set that up, so I appreciate Richard for setting that up, trying to make sure that we close out on the process for everybody who's down there on the river bottom and get it to completion to where it should be. In addition to that, on a more fun note, last week also, I called Jacob and we went down to Cheryl Dashner's to look at some of the problems that he had down there. And I appreciate Jacob for taking time out of your day for doing that. So it was good, and we got some results for Cheryl. So I think he's very pleased. That's all I had.
Mr. Crouch?
Okay, follow up a little bit with what Jack brought up there about the flood meeting. I invited Terry Brown and his associates to come down from Des Moines. He's with FEMA. This is an ongoing process since 2019. It's really come to light in 2021. The federal government is just now getting their records around, and it's more or less showing that Mills County, we received the money, we just don't know where it went, about $246,000, because there was 3 grants at that time going on with the county. East-West Michigan River Bottom was one of them, the flood going on, and another one. I also asked John McCurdy to come down from SWIPCO. They were our COG, they did all of our paperwork. They kept track of the money coming in, the money going out. It's not a lack of funds, it's just that it hasn't been put in the right process. If we don't get this straightened out, if we would have another, I'm just gonna say catastrophe or something in Mills County, they could hold this against us till we get it reconciled. So I think it's time they give us till the 15th of December to get this taken care of. Myself and Lonnie are the only two, plus Travis Hitchcock, it was around when the flooding took place and things, so people in mines in years go by, you don't remember everything. And then on Wednesday, I had a P and Z meeting with the city. 3 of us walked in, sit down, 3 of us got up and walked out because nobody else showed up, so we didn't have a quorum. Thursday, I had a meeting with SWIPCO where we discussed some of the upcoming future of things of how they're gonna change transportation, with the city of Council Bluffs and stuff. We put on about, anywhere from 6,000 to 7,000 miles a month up there, transporting people around in the city and stuff. And then we have a big banquet coming up the 25th of September. It's our 50th year for SWIPCO. It's gonna be a real nice party, I hope. And then that afternoon, I had a meeting with Glen Haven. Same thing happened there. 4 of us showed up. It takes 6 to make a quorum. And 2 people were going to the ball game in Lincoln. I don't know what, but they didn't show up at our meeting. And at 6 o'clock that night, I had emergency management meeting with Travis Hitchcock and the board, discussing some issues, nothing of major. Mainly our new truck is coming in, should be here by the end of September. We was looking at putting a bid on a side-by-side four-wheeler for the organization. And that's about the end of it.
Thank you. Next item on the agenda is Mr. Farrow, County Engineer, approval to purchase a new trailer.
All right, seeking approval. We bought that new large skid loader for our IRN program. And so we're looking to get a trailer for that. This is something that we were aware of, and quite honestly, I did forget to put it into the budget sheet when I presented it to you guys, beginning to put this together. The price we got from Double Take Trailers, so keeping it local for 28 foot. $10,889. We were able to, even though it's not explicitly called out in the budget, for example, the engineer's vehicle, we did come in under $10,000 budget on that. So we're still able to use the same line items of equipment purchases to make those purchases. What we've been doing so far right now is we kind of have to flip-flop. One crew's using that, then that skid loader can't be used. So getting another trailer makes it where we can have both crews out at the same time. Bridge crew using their skid loader, and then IRB crew using their skid loader for brush removal. Things like that.
Would you say the price was 10,000?
$10,889, and again, that's from Double Take Trailers, local down here.
That's exempt, correct?
Correct. Yep. Good. There's no tax on it.
What do you think, gentlemen?
I'd make a motion to approve purchase of the skid loader trailer.
Second.
We have a motion and a second to approve the purchase of this new trailer, 2 Double Take Trailers for $10,889. Is there any discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Anything I need to sign, Jake? Or you good with
No.
that? Okay.
Put the-
What do you got for general discussion, Brady?
You say that was 20,
7/28. All right, general discussion. May have seen it posted already with an open engineering tech position. Got word just here on Friday. One of our techs put in 2 weeks' notice. So just kind of the way it is. He had moved over here for personal reasons, and then that plan kind of changed. So he's going back to where he was in the construction industry. He'll be working more hours, but he's going to be getting more money. With this current situation, that's going to work out well for him. So went ahead and just posted that position as quickly as we could. Last time we had it open was, I believe 6 months before it was filled. So you see that with other counties too. Engineering techs are hard to find. It's almost impossible to find one that has all the qualifications. Inevitably, we still have to send them to training. But hopefully we get some more applicants this go round and have some good ones to choose from. So that's posted now.
Sure.
Second, I'll be bringing to you guys next week, something that was on the budget sheet is a V-plow. Snow plow for one of our smaller trucks for around the courthouse and subdivisions. We have budgeted $10,000. We got an updated quote for $9,756. So I'll be bringing that to you guys. And then also, not good news, we had our spare tandem axle truck, a bit of a major breakdown on it. We got a cost to repair the broken frame. To do everything we need to do on it is gonna be $64,000. So we're looking to get another quote just to see. I mean, I don't think it's gonna be too far out of the ballpark, but kind of just to see, and then we're gonna weigh our options there. But it's a 2007 truck, so I mean, coming up here on 20 years almost, most likely we're probably gonna be looking at be more cost effective to replace it. So we'll I'll get all that stuff together and then kind of make a decision on that and bring that in front of you guys. But that is gonna be, if we do go the route of purchasing a new one, since it's gonna be more cost effective in the long run, that's something that's gonna have to be either a budget amendment or really kind of tighten up some other places or something.
Is this one we put a plow onto?
For the tandem, yeah. I mean, it's a spare,
It's a spare, but
so it's just, we use the spare quite a bit. I mean,
Yeah.
inevitably there's something gonna be wrong with one of them and we use it, so there's definitely a plow on it. Yeah. So that, and then 360th Street box culvert is, they're finished done concrete pouring. It's pretty much just shaping up the area now. Should be open to traffic. And then we're still waiting to hear from the contractor on H12. We want to get that going. Again, they have until next summer to start it, but she said that she really wanted to get it done this year, so we're hoping for that. The last we had heard was mid to late September starting, so really we're gonna have to pay attention to the weather. Starts dipping down into the low 40s and 30s. We don't want to be laying down asphalt during that. See how it goes.
no, I've had 4 phone calls and several people that's talked to me about the new bridge that is wonderful.
Good.
They say,
What a
"Man,
difference, huh?
Nice
what
to
a
get 'em
difference,"
open.
you know, so.
Yeah.
No.
Okay, anything else?
That's all I have.
All right, thank you. Next item on the agenda is Carolyn Kearns and Sharon Ford. You guys wanna stand up or come on up, whatever you wanna do.
You need to turn in the petition that we had
Sure.
signed.
I can have my sheet here.
Thank you.
And then we have show text.
And this is a petition for,
This is a petition to decrease the speed limit on
Alice Road.
145. And all of the residents in there have signed it,
okay,
All of them did?
all of them, every single one. I personally took care of that. Okay. This is Alice Road, I think. Yeah, one for everybody.
oh, good, thank you.
Thank you.
Alice Road is
Mhm.
Okay. Anything else you'd like to
I was
add?
gonna start out by saying, first of all, thank you for giving us this opportunity.
Sure.
For it. Because I'm Carolyn Kearns and this is Sharon Poor. And we are here to give you a petition to lower the speed limit on a 3-mile section of Alice Road. And also to install lower speed limit signs on the current curve or turn signs that we have. We have about 14 of those signs. That would be going 7 going one way and 7 on that 3-mile stretch. But there are no mileage indications at all on those. And there's
No speed indications.
speed indication. And there's 2 90-degree turns. And so what we would like to do is to have, and we've just brought a sample of what we're talking about.
Sure.
Signs that would have a minimum speed limit on that to help slow down the traffic as it comes around the curve. But there are no speed limit signs whatsoever on the
We
road.
typically don't post them on
Yeah.
gravel roads.
Yeah. And so what happens is when cars come down the road, sometimes they're not aware of how sharp those turns are. So anyway, for safety purposes, we think that that would be a good idea. And then additionally, we would like to have signs, here in my cheat sheet up here, but install temporary signs on Bungie Avenue when traffic is routed onto Alice Road, so that when the traffic comes, they slow down because they use Alice Road as an alternative route. And it would also alert the residents and drivers that there's going to be a change in the traffic pattern. Because once you see that detour sign and maybe a suggested limited mileage, and that would be just temporary while the construction is being done.
Sure.
What construction?
They did,
Railroad?
first of the month,
Yeah,
the railroad,
buggy closed for
the
the-
railroad was closed.
And therefore, anyone that came across the Bellevue Bridge came down Alice Road. And it started at 4 o'clock on Monday morning and continued on Monday or whatever they did, and continued for the rest of the week. The last day was then on Friday. But they went at a variety of speeds. Some were very thoughtful and some weren't. Of course, you're getting to work and not having to take the same route.
You're right.
Yeah, so people, we were not notified, the residents were not notified this was going to happen. And, you know, like a detour sign would have been nice, you know,
Sure.
for us to know.
And
Yeah,
also,
we didn't post designated detour, so
you did or did not?
we did not. So those are just locals finding the quickest way around.
And also if there
did
could be a
do
reduced speed limit, you know, just temporary for that period of time, like our mayor suggested, speed limit on. Because many of them, the workers, they're not familiar with the roads, so they start out going fast. And then they come around the curves and for like Sharon and myself, in order to get to our mailboxes and newspaper, we have to cross the road to get it. And sometimes,
Oh, that's from here to there, and I look to see if there's somebody coming
Yes.
down there,
yes.
I can make it.
Yes.
And it's just survival.
Yes, and for me, what happened was, I was going to I walked down to get my newspaper and the mail. And so I crossed the road, I'm at a 90-degree turn. And the cars were coming, I couldn't see them because of the corn, but I could hear them coming down the road. And as they came down the road, I stepped aside to the ditch, but the ditch is 3 feet deep. And as the car came around, they took the corner wide and they almost hit me as I stood there waiting for them to go. And then shortly thereafter, here came another car. So that was during that temporary closing.
Good.
So,
I believe it is 25 mile an hour around those 90s, correct?
there's nothing posted, so we don't know.
There is not one speed limit sign in that
Because I
3
didn't drive it 5 mile an hour. It's the actual regulatory speed limit sign for north and southbound, encompassing those 90s. So there must have been a resolution at some point to reduce. It's not one of these curb advisory ones, it's the black and white.
We have 14 of the curb signs.
We've
Yeah,
got two.
I mean,
nine-
There's no speed
Something
limits to allow
right
it.
here, it should be enforceable around those 90s, 25 mile an hour. And that's why those wouldn't be on those signs, because it's already in that. So maybe those signs have been knocked down and
Yeah,
not.
there's,
There were 14 times from one entrance to the other. I
there's
did
no,
3 drives to make sure I counted right.
there's no speed limit signs on any of the caution signs, none whatsoever.
Yeah, not on the, I'm saying that just a separate
No.
sign all by
No,
itself.
there's not.
No.
There, when
It
they were,
was 2 years ago, so it must be.
yes, now 2 years ago, when they were doing the lake, they did set up two 25 mile an hour around that 190. At 190, there was a 25 mile an hour as you headed north and one as you headed south. But those have since been taken down.
Must have been.
Construction company? Well, this is just a discussion item, so we will give this to the engineer and the sheriff and see if we can't get something with that.
Thank you very
And
much.
then how do we know action or?
We can get your contact info.
We just have our street address and our phone number.
Yeah, yeah.
We'd be glad
Yeah, if you wanna write your,
I have it
there you go, okay.
on your letter, on the letter.
You guys have
Thank you
email?
very much.
Yes.
You guys have email on there?
I was the one that made the contact with all of these roads. And
You can write down your email address.
really.
I did put her, yeah.
But
I didn't give it to everybody because.
No, I know.
See, you know.
No, I
so-
know, but I'll make sure that, I'll send it off to everybody.
All the bill collectors?
Everybody.
Well, I really, really appreciate you,
No,
the
thank
board
you.
listening to
problem.
us.
Thank you.
Thank you for coming.
I was a big fan of safety, it's just,
Oh, it's
it's
tough.
hard to get people to listen even if the signs, that's always the bad.
You put a sign up and then it comes down to enforcement.
Well, even if you put a mileage like on that one where the curve is 35, or
Speed sign,
speed sign.
We will definitely be in touch with you.
thank you very much.
Yes. Okay, the next item on the agenda is Mike Bowden, discussion classification of property.
Excellent. As you're aware, if you've been reading my emails, I petitioned the Board of Review for agricultural classification for our property. The Board of Review denied that. So I went to the PAB affirmed that I should be agricultural. The assessor, actually the Board of Review, then appealed that to a district court where I won again. Okay. The assessor has until the 10th of September to decide whether she's going to appeal or not the district court decision. If she does, it will go to Supreme Court.
Supreme Court, okay.
They can kick it back down to an appellate court. Or an appeals court, I'm not sure which is the right term there. Okay? What I'm asking you to do, I think this is enough. She's lost, okay? Save the county some money. Tell her just to accept the review, accept the decision, and stop messing around spending county money. She's already spent $30,000 at the PAB level. Her outside attorney did the district review, the district court pro bono, which I've got a problem with that, but that's the way it was. So my ask of you three is, and you're her boss, did you know that, Lonnie?
Are we, or is it the?
That's what she said in the newspaper article on this.
Yeah, I don't know that was correct though, Mike. We control her budget and,
We're just one of three.
yeah, we're, well, yeah.
One of three groups.
Right. We're one of, we're a percent of her boss, does that make
Okay.
sense? So,
But
yes.
you can ask her, would you ask her, I'm asking you to ask her to settle this, change my classification to what the district court has said, and stop spending county money.
I guess my understanding, Mike, and I do apologize. I had it typed up, like I said, to send you a text message, but I forgot to hit send.
Okay.
But I did talk to the assessor after I spoke with you a few days later. And what the assessor told me at that time is that it should be switched. Now, it may not be online yet, but it should be switched. That is what the assessor told me. Now, I also asked, because I found it interesting, Chris made it out to seem like PAB decisions only get taken to district court once in a blue moon. So I found it kind of interesting that your case was taken to the district court, but other PAB cases have not been taken to the district court. And when I asked her who took it to the district court, she said the Board of Review, but in fact, the Board of Review never voted to take you to the district court. It was her decision to take you to the district court. So I think something needs to be cleared up here, but it seems like your classification should be changed. That is my
Well,
understanding.
It should be.
Pardon me?
Yeah.
It's not a question.
Yeah,
whether
it should be changed as of today. That's what I'm saying. It should be changed now.
Yes.
Yeah, that's from what she said to me. It should be changed now. There's no doubt that it should be changed. It's that it is changed.
This whole ordeal has left quite the roadmap for other people to follow behind. If anybody's followed this at all. It's a step-by-step how-to on how to switch from residential to ag. For anybody who wants to follow. If the Board of Review had just done their job in the beginning, it wouldn't have blown up into this big of a thing. But now, if it goes to Supreme Court, I'm sure I'll win there as well. It's just that you guys will spend another $30,000. I mean, I just heard the engineer come in here. I just heard the engineer come in here and ask authorization to spend $11,000 for a trailer. She's gonna go and spend another 30 maybe without anybody's approval?
Great question.
I think you guys have the authority to tell her no. You're done.
We will visit with the county attorney over the next few weeks, or her attorney. I don't even know if the county attorney's handling this now.
job, she's wasting money.
What was that, Lauren?
We'll have to visit with the powers that be and see if we have the authority to even
I mean,
tell her to do it.
she's got till the 10th.
Right.
to
She does.
Follow the appeal.
She does.
I think it should just be over with. She lost.
Thank you, Mike.
Thank you.
Thank you. And I'd love to stay, but we've got to go.
Thanks for coming.
Lou, you are up.
Sorry, I wasn't.
Oh, good.
Okay, sorry, I'm a little casual, cross-country practice.
No problem.
Okay, well, thank you for the opportunity to be on the agenda. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Lou Peverell. I currently serve on the Mills County Chamber of Commerce Board. And under the Chamber of Commerce Board is tourism. And because I'm retired and just because I own a business that's interested, I took on the chairmanship of the tourism committee. And I like it, and we've been working hard. I sent emails to all three of you that have a link to a couple of things. And actually, can you pull something up and put it up here?
Sure.
You go to visitmillscounty.com. Yeah, oh, too bad.
Gone.
Okay, so I just wanted to show you the work that we've been doing, and you also have a list of the things we've been doing, because when we came in February, I don't think you guys believed that we were doing much work, and maybe it wasn't at that point, but I will tell you, last year, the tourism committee put all their time and effort into RAGBRAI, which they needed to. But now it's time to kind of move on and beef up what we're doing for Mills County. So can you scroll on up, please? So this is We voted on, I think, February, March, we voted on a logo and we're kind of trying to rebrand and market. So we came up with closer than you think, more than you expect. And I know it's kind of hard to see in the background, but these are the 8 communities that make up Mills County. And those are the drawings that were drawn by Emily McQueen. And so we use all those. This is a video, which I don't want us to look at, but I want you to remember that there was a video here because I'm going to come back to that. Okay, slide on up, please. So we have worked hard since March, April. I took over in April. And we have worked hard to make this, it's Live Mills County because it comes under the chamber, but then it's /Visit Mills County. So we have worked hard to try to make sure that all the information that we have here is accurate in what we want to have on there. And of course, there was probably going to be something that we left off, but if we don't know about something, I mean, this is me just kind of digging and researching and watching Facebook and those kinds of things. So we put up annual events. You can keep scrolling. Okay. And then we worked pretty hard on this visit our community. So initially, this was all it was. You just saw pictures, okay? But if you click on one, you click on it, scroll, keep going. Keep going. I went down at the bottom. Okay, initially what we worked on was just being able to hook in with Travel Iowa. And I've worked with Stephanie Neppel from Travel Iowa. And it was just the view on Travel Iowa because they have very specific ways that they post anything. And if you don't know what Travel Iowa is, it's an Iowa travel website. And we can go ahead and click on that one, I guess. It will all, each community will look like this. Must-dos, outdoor adventures, scroll on down. I think there's maybe one more.
There's been 3 cars to a ditch at that
And in other communities, it's like where to eat, maybe and where to shop, kinds of things. But the other thing scroll it down. Other thing that's cool about their software is even though this stuff is not quoted in Mills County, their software can look at and kind of take you within a circle of that community and show you different things that are there. Okay, so scroll back up. Yeah. Go back one. Yeah. So the most one of the most recent things we've done is kind of put Travel Iowa at the bottom, and we've worked on this. And I think what is super exciting. So we've written with some help from some of the communities, and others is just kind of what we were able to put together. But I think what is one of the coolest things is when you click on this now, scrolling up, you get to see Emily's entire picture. Those pictures are fascinating. If you haven't really taken time to look at her entire portrait, they're fascinating. So then part of it was, I've learned a lot of things like bounce rate. We want people to stay on our website longer. So we decided to write a little bit more, put words in there, put verbiage in there about what is in the Emerson area. So we try to highlight all the different things that we could find in the Emerson area. Okay. So we've been working on that. Okay, go back up to the top, please. Okay, go to the Visit Mills County. There are tabs now under each one of those, where to stay, where to eat, where to shop. And I worked on getting those all cleaned up with our web designer. And most recently, just went live last week. I'm pretty excited about this. What to do. Click on that. Travel Iowa has 7 categories of things to do. Agritourism is one of them. We have 3 agritourism that I'm aware of, and I don't want anybody walking out of here going, well, I didn't put that up there. Well, if I don't know about it, I can't put it up there. And then arts and tourism. And it's like, I think I don't have it, but when you click on each one of these, maybe. When you click on each one of those boxes, you have a link to more information specifically about that. And sometimes it's the Facebook page. So yeah, I can go on back. So arts and tourism, biking and trails, And when you really start to look at what does Mills County have, probably primarily what we have is outdoor adventure kind of things. So biking and trails, get all that. We just added that Folsom Point Preserve. I really kind of didn't know much about that. Breweries, wineries, distilleries. And remember, these are Travel Iowa categories. So we're fitting our stuff into their categories. And then family fun. So all the different kinds of things we put up for family fun. And FYI, if you have not been to Pacific Junction, this is a cool place. I don't know if anybody knows that exists. They don't do a lot out there in terms of the Junction Model Railroad Club in Pacific Junction. How many of you know that that even existed? A few of you? Yeah, it is cool. They have model railroads in there. They're open once a month. And you can go down and hang out and talk to the guys that do model railroads. History and culture. Several of those. Just added East Liberty. I think that's a fascinating little place. And then outdoor adventure. And again, if you're looking at like the number of things listed, outdoor adventures are going to be a big part of it. We got the scenic byway on there. The golf courses. Keep going. Golf courses, glamping. If you didn't know, we have glamping. We have pickleball courts, tennis courts, wildlife areas. And this is also a fascinating, you click into that, I've got it linked into, we have 8 or 10 public hunting sites, I think. It clicks right into the page that tells you where all of them are. Okay, so that's part of what we've been working on. And what I presented to these guys, what they have in their email is a list of what we have achieved so far since February. I think we've done a lot. We've had goals. I've got these for everybody. Well, so using that logo, this was a magazine that the newspaper put out, and it's not just Glenwood, but we purchased this inside ad. So we designed that, and someone else did, I didn't, but they designed this, have a QR code. QR codes are the thing. QR code, and it takes you lots of places. So we have that front page ad in there. And then we can have these, pass those on down, and then anybody who wants these can have them. So this is a second revision of this. And we're trying to put this and distribute this in as many places as we can think of. One thing that Jitsi and I and Todd did, Todd's my husband, for those who don't know, is we took this to the state fair and we worked the Travel Iowa booth for a half a day. Super hot outside, but at least we were inside. But this was available to people at the state fair, along with what they call partners, a bunch of other partners. So working on that. So the next thing, probably one of the primary things I want to let you know, 2 things I want you to know about. So we're working to write a $12,000 grant for Travel Iowa for video production. And it's a big learning curve about what they will fund, how you fund it, how you write it. I've got a lady helping me. Actually, FYI, if you don't know, this lady, Carol, and I were part of the group that wrote $1 million grant to build the Y 20 years ago. We were part of that, and we got $1 million Vision Iowa grant. And because I put a group of people together that I knew could do that, and so we were able to get that done. So the video that's on this page somewhere in there needs to be redone. It needs to be revised. I mean, it's a nice video, but when you look at it's on the very, no, I think it's on the very, oh, check out, hey, if you don't know Hasty Hollow, check this out. Hasty Hollow, isn't that cool? Scenic dirt road in Lost Hills in Mills County. Apparently people thought it was okay to drive down there this weekend when it was rainy and got stuck. I don't understand that, but Hasty Hollow is like on a lot of Travel Iowa sites. They, like Iowa day trips, Iowa, whatever. It shows up in a lot of different places. So that's Hasty Hollow. But wherever I saw that first video, that's what we're gonna work and that's what we're gonna write the grant for in terms of being able to focus. But what Iowa wants you to do is to have the right language in order to get this grant. Focusing on, I've never heard this term till today, slow travel. Anybody heard slow travel? That's a phrase now, slow travel. Like slow down, take a break, kind of slowly move through. So I think one thing that we're gonna focus on that some people don't understand is, that's why, partly why we started Lily Garden. We live next to 1 million people in Omaha metro area. And Central Iowa, I don't think understands that we don't necessarily need people to move here. I mean, we do, we could debate that, but that's not, we want people to come, explore, slow down, see what we have. Eventually, they may decide they want to move here, and that would be a good thing. But a lot of what Iowa wants to focus on is, having people move into the state. But anyway, those are the things that we are working on. I think it's exciting. We've done a lot. Also working with here's an interesting concept, trying to figure out who owns, who runs, and who manages the Airbnbs and the VRBOs. VRBO stands for Vacation Rental by Owner, and trying to figure out who owns and operates those is an interesting concept. I've had some nice discussions with some people, but they pay hotel motel tax. And so part of what I want to do for them is to be able to provide them the kind of information that they can provide to their guests. And eventually I think we'll get to printing maps, but the Travel Iowa grant that we have, they kind of laugh at you if you say you want to print something. That's just like, no, find somebody else to pay for that. We're not paying for you to print anything. So you've got to learn their language, which we're working on. That grant is due by the end of September. So we're going to be working on that. There may be a possibility of asking for a % match. So I may be coming back to that. One of the other things that they want us to do, which is the other item on the agenda, is working with the Travel Iowa people. They said, so if you go to the Mills County site, like the government site, like who's the supervisors and conservation or whatever, they can't find tourism. So maybe that has to be, you said, an item agenda voted on, maybe. I would like visit or live Mills County or visit Mills County to be linked. And I don't know how to do all this. There's people that you pay to do that stuff. Linked onto the government site. So people, because if people are looking at Mills County for something, we would hope that maybe they would go, well, what is there to do in Mills County? So if that can be linked, I think that would be important, and that's probably what you guys got to vote on.
Patrick, could you pull up the Mills County website? I believe there's a section under there about organizations, groups, things of that nature. Am I right by that? I think it's under our community. Resource directory. I think it's underneath resource directory. There's a list of things there. We could definitely do that for sure.
Yeah, because Travel Iowa has kind of laughed at us, I guess, when they're like, you're not even on your county's website.
Would it be fine if we put it in that subsection, Lou?
This is our community.
With the groups that we have listed there.
Could it not have its own little tab or something and say visit Mills County?
Stick it up here, this is our community menu.
Yeah, and then just have a Mills County.
Yeah.
It'll have a disclaimer that says you're leaving an official government website.
Yeah. Okay.
We just have to-
Yeah, but I would like it to be visible. If somebody is like, hey, I need to figure something out in Mills County, I would like it to be able to.
Be on there.
Yeah, I mean, I guess I didn't dig into parks and facilities, but I would like it, I mean, I'm thinking looks wise, I would like it to be like maybe right
Should
there.
make sense there. I'll make a motion to allow Mills County Tourism Committee to have their website link on the Mills County website.
I'll second.
We have a motion and a second to allow a link to the website for tours on the Mills County website. Is there any discussion? How much time do you think this will take you, Patrick?
5 minutes.
No big deal for people who know what they're doing.
We'll pay for it too.
Oh, will ya? Okay. Well, I appreciate that and any,
One second.
okay.
Any other discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries.
Yeah, you're
Thank you, Lou.
Well, I just appreciate people listening, and if you have things or events or whatever, and Jitsi does an incredible job on the chamber page of like putting events up there and scrolling. If you don't subscribe to the chamber newsletter, you're probably missing out on what's happening in the county. Because there was a lot of good information there. So I appreciate that, and we'll see how the writing of this grant goes for new video.
Lou, if Patrick's got any questions, you got a phone number you can leave him just in case you.
I got a card.
On the chamber website, is the calendar an actual specific like tab in itself, or is it just there on the side? Because under our community, we have community calendar. I've been on that and we don't really have anything listed. So maybe we could, and also put the Mills County Tourism, but in addition to that, have our community calendar go to the chamber's community calendar.
Yeah, I can't answer that off the top of my head without looking at it. I don't know. But he can look it up and
You might look at that too, please.
yeah, that'd be great because she works every week to send out that newsletter with all the events and things going on.
Yeah.
So I appreciate that.
Yeah.
And yeah, if anybody's got anything they want to add to it or whatever, just gotta let me know.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Mr. Schultz, you are up. Approval of job description and to start the hiring process.
I came to you guys a week ago, apologize for my voice.
You didn't go to Nebraska game, did you?
I did not,
Good.
I went to some other school
That's okay.
in Boston, so. What we've done is we've changed that office manager position to, office clerk, civil clerk, combined duty, and then no supervisory role. I failed to send you guys a copy. I'll hand this around really quick if you'd like to look through it.
Sure.
I don't think we're gonna need any motions on this, other than to set the wage. I guess unless you have to look through that, and then set the wage to go. With no supervisory role, and because, I have a 28-year clerk who's currently employed, I wouldn't wanna bring this person in who's gonna be doing a lot of the same work. Quite frankly, something I'll talk about here in my general discussion too. I would not wanna bring this person in higher than where she's at. So, she's currently at 53,931. So what I'd like to do is I'd like to open this up. Actually with the range of 51,931 to 53,931, so depending on experience and after a year's worth of probation. We feel like if we don't hire them at the top end of that scale, we can move them to that 53,931, the same rate that the current clerk is getting.
Is this, everything's been run through HR and we're there?
Yep, send this over to Mike.
Gotta keep Jillian happy.
He gave his thumbs up on the job description change. And then discussions with Amber and Jolene as far as the exact dollar amount that we should be at, so. And like I said, really the biggest thing is our former employee was doing a lot of that civil duty anyway. We just thought rather than have a supervisory role that wasn't doing a whole lot of supervisory duties, let's just take that away, make this a civil clerk, office clerk, all in one, and then since there's no supervisory roles, we could knock down that pay just a little
Sure.
bit, but not go above where our current one's at.
My next question will be, is this in your budget?
Yes,
Okay.
yeah, this is actually, it's gonna be under what we anticipated paying prior to spring.
So the Sabrina's position was a higher pay than this position is.
Correct.
That's okay.
Correct.
And what did you want to switch it to? Office clerk and
Yeah.
civil?
office clerk, civil clerk. And then again, that starting wage would be somewhere between 51,931 to 53,931, depending on experience.
We'll vote on it just to make sure. I'll make a motion to approve the change in job description for office clerk and civil clerk with a starting wage of 51,931 between 53,931 and allow the sheriff to start the hiring process.
Second,
We've got a motion and a second to approve the job description of civil clerk, office clerk, and start the hiring process between the range of 51,931 and 53,931. Is there any discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor?
Aye.
I,
Anybody opposed? Motion carries. Thank you.
Just under general discussion, I just wanna, continue to give the shouts out, with our current, shortage up in the front office, Chief Deputy Eagle and Tina, from Amber's office, Amber and Katie both, they've been working hard, to make sure that we don't fall behind on anything. We stay up to our monthly reports, all of our bills and all the things that position that's empty right now is being covered. I think I had Josh talk down from 2 years, 5 months to about two days and 5 hours this morning, after we couldn't get something balanced. So we got it figured out, but he was ready to go. So I want to thank them all. And then just to keep you up to date, Amber and I met last week to talk about our first good round of discussion on the per diem conversation and policy. I feel pretty confident. I had a chance to look at it over the weekend. I know Amber was going to do the same thing, make a few minor tweaks. I think we'll probably try and get back together either yet this week or the first part of next, maybe have a draft for you to review next week. Feel pretty confident we've got some good working templates to run off of. And Amber and I agree that you might have to maybe just change a little bit of language here and there on what we put together initially, just to make sure that it works. But we both wanted to kind of take it on our ways, have a chance to read through it, digest it, make sure we were looking at the same thing, and then we'll get back together and hopefully, like I said, have
Run through some scenarios and sounds good.
Good. That's all I have.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
thank you.
Thank you.
Patrick Vins, Director of IT, purchase of laptop for building and zoning.
Yep, so this was a continuation of last week's discussion. I had the 2 desktop computers and I hadn't got the quote back yet from laptop. So this is again replacing my computers for building and zoning. It's a budgeted item being replaced due to age. The laptop specifically is old enough where it can't run the newest software. So this is what they use in their meetings for finding zoning board of adjustment. The quote is from CDW. It's for $1,556.53.
No tax.
1,563
$1,556.53.
from CDW.
Yep.
1 or 2?
This is a convertible tablet, similar to what you guys use, the Surface Pro. Yep.
So I'll make a motion to approve the purchase of the laptop for building and zoning.
Second the motion.
We've got a motion and a second to approve the purchase of a laptop for $1,556.53 from CDW. Is there any discussion?
I have something I'd like to add. So following last week's discussion about the 2 computers, I did call public health. It was made aware to me that the computers that were there could have been used for the purchase that we made last week. Patrick then went and talked to her as well, and the laptops were older, but the computers were not, and so maybe we'll be able to substitute some things in the future.
Yeah, there's 2 desktops there. She did ask if I give her the serial numbers just so she can make sure they're not on a grant, but she didn't think it would be an issue.
Yep.
Even if they are on a grant, she said there's ways to transfer that, so. And I told her we could also look at helping her get rid of those laptops, even if they're too old to be used. We have some government auction websites we could offer those on too in the future. So.
Any other discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries. Thank you. Amber Farman, consideration formal action, resolution 2524, approval of homestead tax credits and exemptions, military service property tax exemptions, and disabled veteran homestead property tax credit applications for the 2025 assessment year. Need to shorten that up next time.
Well, I would, but this is all the applications. I feel like the title's pretty short. This is an annual process that we do. These come into the assessor's office. They approve them, send them to me, and then I have you guys approve them, and then as I'm working on valuations and tax process, these will get entered into the system and make sure that they're correct.
What do you think, gentlemen?
I would make a motion to approve that, Lonnie. That you just read.
You don't want to repeat it all?
No.
Second.
We've got a motion and a second to approve resolution. We'll just do it, let's call it resolution 2524. Is there any discussion? Hearing none, let's do a roll call.
Mayberry,
Yes.
Sayers,
Aye.
Crouch.
Aye.
Motion carries 3-0. Thank you. Next item is authorizing pay increase for Megan Major after successful completion of probationary period.
Yep, so Megan hit her 6-month review period on August 24th. I have completed her evaluation and found that she has exceeded any expectations we had for her in regards to real estate, sketch plats, drainage. And she's also been valuable support for me and the rest of our staff with budget process amendments, et cetera. So per our agreement, or per when I hired her 6-month probation period, I'm asking to take her off of probation and set her hourly wage at $28.28 an hour.
2828.
Yep, and she'll continue to serve in a part-time status.
Well, I'll make a motion. Make a motion to take Megan Major off probationary period and authorize a pay increase to $28.28 per hour, starting September 8th, 2025.
I'll second, and I will make a comment about Megan's.
Discussion.
I'm sorry, Lonnie.
No, you're good.
She's been working with me on this flood dilemma, and let me tell you, someone that understands figures and can cross-reference. We went through 3 pages on the computer the other morning, just in nothing flat. She says, because there was other entities and grants, we found one location that the money wasn't misspent, it was just misplaced. And this is what's gonna come about when we get done with this investigation is we'll get all the money back into the right places. And she says, I'll guarantee you we'll find where it's laid. You have to remember we was going through changes with the auditors and stuff and people changing positions in the office. And we was handling just a shade of under $10 million in buyouts. And then we had work being done in the eastern part of the county, and it was just a lot of money coming in and everybody trying to keep it straight. So, Tina has guaranteed me we will not owe money, so. And Megan says, I will prove it. Okay.
Any other discussion or comments?
All I was gonna say is that she seems to be a very valuable asset to your team, so I'm glad she's sticking with the county and she deserves this, so.
Anything else? Hearing none, all those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Who carries? Any new business? You got anything for us?
I don't think so.
I'll make a motion to adjourn at 6:58.
Second?
We have a motion and a second to adjourn at 6:58. Any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Ladies and gentlemen, we are adjourned.
I need you guys to come sign a bunch of stuff.